Welcome to Random in Denton. Should we start again, shall we? Welcome to Random and Desperate, take 2. Today we are going on an adventure to find the lost mill of Gibraltar Mill, which is just down here, just past this railway bridge here. We're just at the top of G Cross here, and we're going to find the remnants of this mill, which closed and knocked down in the 1960s, and it had round about 22 houses, sorry, with it was also knocked down. So we're going to see if we can see any remnants of this. Used to be an old house, there used to be the mill, which is long gone, and the terraced houses what run alongside, and we're going to see if we can find any remnants or history of this wonderful mill, what gives so much employment back then to the people of Tameside. But you can imagine now, let's say it's 7 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. So the factory workers would have been walking down in here in their masses to spin cotton. Look at it now, nobody. All the people up and down here. So here is the tunnel. Now on top of here is the canal what runs from the top all the way. So they had to build a tunnel to get the goods, to get the horse and carts and the people to the factories. Now look at the tunnel here. There was 2 ways to get to it. We're going this way, which is the back way or the front way, I don't know which one you would say. But we're going to go one of the entrances and see if we can find any remnants of this once wonderful factory which has been lost back in time. Now look at this tunnel. You can see the size of the vehicles back then. Not very big. You couldn't get trucks up here, or trucks, just people. Now if you look, there used to be a gate here. You can still see the where the gates used to be. I love going in tunnels. Hello? Hello? Woohoo! Any hotties? So we're gonna go down here to discover any remnants of this factory. Now to find where these houses were, where the picture were, there was that post there, but I want to get in near that post to find where these houses used to be. I've seen the picture, we've seen the picture which I'm going to share now. Now I believe where this person took this picture of these houses, I would gather it's there, just through there. So let's recreate that moment in time. Go across here now. This is where I fall on my bloody backside. Oh. So this is where they would have took that picture of them houses, which was on the right there. There's the post, so they would have stood here on this wall to take them pictures of the houses, which are not there unfortunately no more. But we'll go down there and have a look, see if we can see any of these old houses. Carry on. Adventure. Thank you, Twig. Ugh. Right, so that is where the picture was took there. Okay, that old picture, that's where it was took. So I believe round here, this is where the terraced houses used to be. Round here. I say it was from number 20 to 22. You can still see the bricks where they knocked it down. Here's some. Remember, these were part of the houses back then. These are all part of the houses back then. So you still got the brickworks from the houses. It must have started there all the way to where that van was. And look, it now, it's gone. It's been overtook by vegetation. Well, it is what, 60 years ago when they were knocked down. There's nothing here now, is there? Just think we're in people's houses now. Human bone. Yeah, there's absolutely nothing here now. Used to be a coal shed round about there. Tripped up then. The only evidence we've seen of them houses is them bricks. That's the only evidence. But we'll look. There's two other things what we need to find, which are the mill itself, or any indication there was a mill, and the house where I gather the foreman used to live, or the owner used to live. That's our two tasks today. So this is where the mill used to be. Well, it's all been knocked down now. This is where it used to be, the mill. One of the biggest mills in Denton. So it was closed down, it was knocked down in the 60s. Like you see, there's nothing there. But it did have a wheel to power the generators, to power the cotton mills. So that must be somewhere along this riverbank here, which we'll have to check out. See, a bit of the brickwork from the factory, that could have been where the wheel was. See the hole there in that stone, that could have been where the wheel was. But it's certainly not here now. Ah, this is where the wheel was. If you look here, this is the wheel. Let's see if we can get a bit closer without falling in. I bet that holds the. I bet that the hole what you see there is where the wheel was. That's where it originally was. That's it. That's part of the factory there, and it's got something there. I just can't read it. Oh, there it is. Flood mark. August 17. Wow, 1,799. Wow, 18th century. Wow. Right, let's get back up now. Ow, bastard. Whew. Prick myself. So this is where the factory was. Wow. This is where the wheel was, would you say? So at the natural flow. Let's have a look at this waterfall. Massey again, doing things for you people. Now remember, waterfalls back then were man-made. This is all man-made. And how they made a waterfall like that? What they did, they bricked it up. See here, they bricked it up. What made a natural barrier, natural flow. And just behind the waterfall itself, there's a dip in the ground. So they would have bricked it up and then made a deep hole to make the water collect and make this natural flow for the mill. Nothing here now, is there? Nothing here. Now there is a house as well what come with the mill. I don't know if it was the mill owner, the factory owner, or it just could have been a random house what someone lived in. Now it's somewhere around here, so they'd have to come by road, obviously. So it's either up there or up there. I gather that's a path, this is the road. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Where's this big house used to be? I've seen a picture of it. Seen a picture of it. Here where the house used to be. Here's where the gates were to let people in. That used to be on top of the gate, but there's no signature. But this is where the house used to be. Look at this here. Lost in time. There used to be a gate here, and this is where you put, look at that. Lost in time. See if we can see any evidence of this old house, which is long gone, just like the factory. Gibraltar Mill. I gather this is called Gibraltar House. Stone of some kind. But this is where it used to be. The house round here. Nothing here now, is there? Two random tyres. But there used to be a garden here and kids playing. People are having the rich person, or rich if we could afford a house like that, having their tea, making love in their beds. Yeah, they did that back then. But there's no clue or no indication round here that there was ever a house. It's a shame, really. It's a shame. Oh, look at this, I've just found something. Look at this. Look at that. Could that have been part of the house? Could that have been an ornament of some kind? I better leave it there. I better leave it there. Interesting. But it is weird that we're looking for a house and the only thing what's left is this. In the middle of a forest. Here we found the mill. This is where the mill used to be, and this is all what's left of rubble, of all the rubble of the mill. All the history in a pile of rubble. The mill's just back there. That's where the river is, just there. And look, you can see the old flooring here. It's still here. The old flooring of the mill and the bricks. Of the mill. You can see it here. But this mill must have been absolutely massive in its day. Here, more evidence of the mill. So the power station or the wheel would have been there, and up here would have been all the main mill itself. Interesting. Look, random bricks. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this hole in the ground here. Wonder where that goes. Wonder where that goes. Wow. Wow. Hello, are you down there? Wow. I'll see if I can get this camera down. Oh. What can you see, people, down here? Wow. Fuck. Full of rubbish now. Full of dirt. Still worth the invention. Wonder where that goes. Wow. Wonder where that goes. Oh. I hope you enjoyed this adventure with me today to find the mystery, the fascinated, the missing mill, Gibraltar Mill, which is just in Horton Green in Denton. We found some evidence of the mill itself and the house and that mystery hole as well. I wonder where that leads. Fascinating. Fascinating indeed. Thanks for watching, people. I'm covered in muck and I'll see you next time.